again, back is the incredible.
What's up, you guys? How you doing? It is another episode of The Lost Crates. I am your host, Hakeem, coming to you from the lab in Portland, Oregon. And this brother over here, most definitely deaf, is my younger brother.
J Mac, what's happening for another episode? You know what I mean? Hey, tonight's episode is going to be pretty dope. We got one of my old school comrades in The Lost Crates, DJ Pauly Paul. What's good?
What's happening, fellas? What's happening? Glad to be
There
here.
he is. Oh,
Hey.
my God. You look great, man. You look awesome. Where are you, bro?
Man, my wife and kid live down here in sunny San Diego, California by the beach, man.
Really? How long you been down there?
Man, we actually have been down here twice, ironically. We moved down in 99, moved back to PO, moved back again 10 years ago, and I ain't moving back to that rainy city. Love y'all. Y'all can have it.
Yeah, they've been bugging out here, man, with the movement and everything. You know, the sad part about it is like 99% cool people, and then you got that 1% that shows up and wilds out. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm hoping they'll to civil peace sooner than later. You know what I mean?
That's real. That is real. Pauly Paul, good to see you. I know I keep saying good to see you, but it really is, man. We go back to high school. Oh my God, breakdancing. One of the things we talked about, and you can, I'm gonna let you kind of expound on it, is all the DJs we know, we're starting to learn this. It wasn't just DJing, it was more of the B-boy culture. You know what I'm saying? So almost all the DJs we know did something else. So tell us about Pauly Paul. Where'd you start out, bro?
That's a good question. So me and my boy Prentice Sewell, Print Ice, as everybody in Portland that knows us from back in the day, tight as could be. We grew up in Northeast Portland. 7th grade was when we met, and we got into. He taught me how to pop. We used to listen to K-Boo, JW Friday, playing the bumps. And Joby Keller had a show, so would record a lot of the great shows, and got into popping early on, and then breaking came out, Wild Style came out, Style Wars came out, and that was the birth of it. Right when that came out, that's when me, Prentice, Shansky, we got pretty hardcore with it, man, and at the same time.
Yes.
That's when DJing, back in the day, we didn't have Spotify or MP3s. You had to go to the House of Sounds, get a record or a mixtape that he would sell, like mixtape. And we would listen to it. And there was a turntable, but we're breaking. So, hey, let's stop the turntable at mom's crib.
Yes.
So, kind of happened at the same time. Graffiti too. I dabbled in the graffiti for a minute too. But yeah, that was kind of the start of it.
Yeah, I remember we had Jay, remember Raw Material?
Oh yeah.
So speaking of me and Jay start off, wait, was a rap, we rapped, then we had Darren McKenna was in that, we had remember Michael and Gerard breakdancing. So then I remember, so what I'm trying to ask you is, when did you go like from, because I knew you when we were young, I knew you as more of a breakdancer. And then as me and J Mac started doing our thing, I knew Shansky, was a rapper and stuff. Then I found out the group Shansky was in, you were actually the DJ. And I was like, oh shit, Pauly Paul's the DJ. So when did you actually make that transition?
Oh, we're like really making beats and like wanting to be a hip hopper, a beat maker.
Right.
With the MCs, and then kind of stopped breaking. I'm gonna say 84 and a half. Wow. So basically, okay, let me rewind. So what probably started it was in high school at Grant High.
Yeah.
Was, we hung tight. Me and Prentice hung tight with Shansky, and we would listen to K-Boo. So Michael J had the East Coast Connection Sunday night.
Right.
Midnight.
Yes, sir. Every Sunday. Shout out Michael J.
Exactly. Shout out to DJ Eminence, Michael J himself. He was the original, in my opinion. He was the original true supporter of the underground hip hop scene.
Yeah.
And he, for some reason,
Word.
I sent a tape in of my really crazy beats, pre-rapper on them, no MC, just drum machines and synthesizers, kind of hip hop, kind of whatever the heck it was. And he dug it. And then I got in, you know, Sean started rapping, went to the same school. We all went to Grant.
Yeah.
And then he really kind of took us under his wing, and we created, Sean and myself created Dynamic Sound Machine, shortened to DSM because everybody here asked us because of the whole sound machine from what was that damn group? Miami Sound Machine. The group from Miami. What's that guy?
Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah, so we just shortened it to DSM, but then that's when we got X Kid, Devastating Master X, the original DMX.
Right.
He became our main MC, and me and Sean Ski became the first pair of DJs in one group in Portland. Nobody had done that, and we were also the first group to have the Technique 1200s, as far as live performance-wise.
Yeah, and I was you guys that too
as a crew.
I think to be really real, I think you guys were the first group that I heard with a sampler, because I don't know. Because it was out, and I remember one of your shows, it went to Dynamic Sound Machine. I was like, oh, that was dope. Right now it's cheesy, but back
Hey.
It was like Dynamic Sound.
Yeah, man, it was like this big. It cost, maybe it was probably $99, but it held a couple of samples in it. It worked. It worked.
That's all good, man.
Nice to me. I had to give y'all that, you know, and one of the things we talk about too was just the hip hop community back then. Like everybody supported, you know, each other. And that was one of the things that hit me when I saw you guys. That was nice. And it was really cool seeing my man Pauly Paul, who I knew as a breaker, on like behind the turntables, and was fucking nice. Like Pauly Paul is actually pretty nice. You know, I had no idea. I'm just saying, I just knew you in this aspect, and all this time you've been like kind of bubbling under on the DJ tip. So
that's funny. Yeah, we kind of, because y'all were doing your thing. I mean, you guys were kind of the generation before me, Ski, and Roni X. And so, you know, hip hop is all about battling, being the best. Don't let nobody hear our shit until we're ready to get out and perform. Oh, JW Friday's throwing on Waterfront Fresh. I think it was JW. Maybe it was Joe Bean. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
JW,
Waterfront Fresh.
So y'all were there with DLB. We came with our matching Kango hats and the suede Adidas, and you know, it was all about who had the best show. So yeah, that was funny you say that, because I think we kind of just practiced. I think for, I'm gonna say we probably were underground for maybe a year, and then we had a gang. I mean, I got 3 full 90-minute cassettes of Dynamic Sound Machine, which was, I mean, maybe we were a group for 2 years. Yeah. I'm gonna throw that out there, maybe.
Yeah. Only 2 years?
Maybe 2.5. I mean, I graduated high school and there was no more. We were not in Dynamic Sound Machine that I can recall. But you know,
I know X moved up to Seattle, so I don't know how all of that went down. But I just know one of the things about my city back in the day is it was nice. Everybody was nice. You know, Rob and D. I don't know if you remember the brothers from New York, El Morocco C. And
Let me speak on it.
Speak on it.
Can Jam. I mean, come on, the Can Jam. I got my sister threw away my Can Jam pictures. The one I got, I think I got one. This one back here.
You're gonna have to send me the Can Jam pictures. For you people watching who aren't from Portland, the Can Jam was Christmas every year during Christmas break. JW Friday would throw a fundraiser called the Can Jam. You bring some cans to go to like the food banks and stuff. You get in free with cans, and he always had live entertainment, and he would let all the rappers rock the mic. And that's where a lot of us got our start from. And it was a cool thing called the Can Jam. We may need to bring that back, Pauly.
Hey, man. You know,
no doubt, King. No doubt.
Yeah, if you haven't talked to Versatile yet, we've talked, man. There's such a vibrant hip hop scene in Portland, and I'm bummed. I mean, I'm happy that I was a part of the early. I mean, we're kind of first generation hip hoppers. Yeah. We really are. Even though y'all were a little older doing your thing, I was breakdancing when y'all were rapping.
Yeah.
And then it just transitioned from there. Y'all kept rapping, and then I transitioned with my boys to rapping. But yeah, it's true. There was a vibrant hip hop scene. The Can Jam, I think, really was the first Man, it was the collective. Elmo Rocco and Shakim. They were the first. They were straight New York, from New York City.
And we just deferred to them. They were the best.
They had the best stage performance before anybody else. Then y'all kind of took it from there. You guys really, I mean, props to both of y'all, man. You guys' crew was solid. DLB was nasty. I used to copy his drum patterns before I got my own style. Because that man knew how to do song arrangement before I knew what song arrangement was, and then I finally mastered it.
Real talk.
Yeah, the Can Jam was solid. That was where all the hip hoppers, the beatboxers would battle. Matt Dishman, man, that's where it was at.
Yeah, shout out. I also wanted to ask you this too. This is like because we talked a little bit before we actually started recording, and you was like, "What happened to my city, man?" And just you coming up with us. We had Vitamix on last week. You know, he's also Portland, and we kind of touched on race. And I wanted to ask you, you know, because you know I grew up with you, but our universe is kind of parallel. You know what I'm saying? So as a white performer, you know, how was it a little bit different than us? Like, what your perspective on things as a white DJ in Portland? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
You know, that's a solid question. For me personally, God bless my mother, rest in peace. She, you know, I grew up in Northeast Portland. All my friends were African American. I had white friends from school that were schoolmates, I guess you would call them. But I mean, my best friend was preschool. I went to preschool across from Knott Street. I mean, all my friends were of ethnicity. So for me, it was my city. It was my neighborhood. It was what I knew. I had no prejudices. But when I got into hip hop, DJing, because I was DJing house parties in off of Deacom or anywhere. I mean, 19th. Y'all remember 19th?
In the hood. You was in the hood, man.
That was our spot. I mean, I forget the name of what the spot was, but man, that was a festive spot. Me and Shonsky and Devastating Master X used to do. But you know, I mean, every day it was tough, man. It was you know, a lot of the older brothers didn't like the young white dude. I mean, I was the one spinning all the cuts for the house party, and I just wanted to have fun and share my knowledge of music that I enjoyed, which happened to be soul music and hip hop.
Right.
Some folks would pick on me, the older dudes that kind of didn't understand that. Even with breaking, the same thing. Who's the white dude breaking or popping? But it was all love, man. I never really. I'm not a fighter, man. So I just avoided it. I'm like, don't bump my turntables. Don't break the shit, you know. Luckily, I had all my homeboys there that were always at the shows or the house parties. They were like, "Yo, man, just chill, man. Let them play some music and shit." So it was all good, man. I don't have any hatred at all towards it, but it was an interesting dynamic for sure.
Yeah, I was curious. Like, did you just experience like just blatant racism? Like,
you know,
I mean, just example, because
me
now
being reverse racist. Yeah, I mean, some of the older dudes just didn't like me. They wanted to pick fights with the white dude that was breaking or the DJ, you know? I mean, it was what it was. Hey, yes, I experienced it. Yes, for sure. But I mean, my experience is nowhere near y'all's experience. So
no, I'm not trying to compare it. I was just curious.
It was there, earlier, and it never affected me. I mean,
that's what I meant. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah,
it didn't affect you at all.
It did not affect me. I had too many friends in the neighborhood, man. That, you know, I mean, it's my neighborhood. I mean,
that showed you love.
Word, J-Mac. I mean, the House of Sound was my first record shop that I ever bought records at. Charles would be behind the counter.
House of Sound, man.
The records that are behind me right now.
Yes,
they're all from House of Sound or Second Avenue. I mean, I still have all my original records from that era.
That's the best. Speaking of which, man, you gonna go in crates, I know, man, and bless us with some old school flavors, man. What you got for us today, Pauly
man.
Paul?
We're gonna have to do some Hakeem, you're gonna have to do some editing for that because it's not set up right now. I just kind of staged.
Oh no, we're gonna play it. No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play it and we're gonna come back.
You're talking about our stuff.
Yeah, I don't want you to perform right now. Pauly Paul, get up, do it.
It's the bud so quick I'm having fits. So homie, if you're smoking Bama, you should switch to the chronic gas Indo green bud. That's when I'm smoking, so nigga what? Cause it's the bomb, the one that keeps me lifted. Got a fat ounce and you know I got to twist it. Roll 'em up in fat ass Philly blunts. Cause my homie Strict 9 and Kool-Aid only hit it once. Coughing up smoke from my lung. And when bitches see me coming, they will know that I'm dank hung high as fuck. I thought you knew that a nigga like me smokes like a choo-choo. But I got to get a grip so I can dip. Cause my D's won't spin if a nigga slips. So I fades to my homies for a sack. Cause I smoked up the ounce and I had to go back. Real quick like that's what I say. Cause I have to smoke me a dub sack every day. So if you ever see me coming, it's on. Smoking pounds of keys and shit of the Oregon grown. Yeah.
Talk it out, man. Kinda grabs you by the boo-boo, don't it? What's in this shit, man?
It's me, delicate green. I just promise speaking of the best, straight and green. I make chest well in hell, excel, big cell, come to scale, leave blood in your brain cell contour. In my rem sing, it's the hydroponic, it's stick, fuck says, fuck bam, fuck chronic, is that putting shit, raised and wrong. My aroma came strong, straight to your chest and collapse of the lungs. I got you sprung, nigga, I thought so. I got you sprung up, I thought so. I got you sprung, homie, I thought so. You wanna get high, ride? It's that organ grown.
I was in that shit, man. I never had no dope like that before in my life, man. That's the heaviest shit I ever smoked, man. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit before, man. But goddamn, man, that's heavy shit. You okay? Yeah, you wanna get high, man? Hijo de la chingada. Can't breathe. What's your name? I can't breathe, man. Well, here. Hey, man. Hey, I got something to mail you out, man. You're just freaking out here. You never smoked no shit like that before. Take these. What? Take these. This will mail you out. What is that, man? Steak.
Pass me that beat, so shit, G. That smell like the it weed. It better be cause Strict 9 is strictly smoking Oregon grown. The OG of the weed. Original ganja tossing niggas like a frisbee. Eyes be red like a snake. Get it straight to the bait. Can break out the weed like it won't work in the bait. But it's the sticky grade. Hey, hydroponically raised up on hit, sit, quit. Man, your ass is dead. Mellow as a motherfucker, no man whatsoever. Unless you been up in the northwest and you ain't never had no shit that can fade ya. Quite like this, they got the dank info and the sense, but yo, I got the ick. And when I took a trip to LA and Texas, niggas was screaming ick, pulling out that Mex mix.
You think you got the bomb? Throw it out the window.
And when I smoke it, I get my straight flow on. But first I get some water, cause this shit is like so strong. My throat is kinda burning, but that's alright, cause I'll be high as a hippie for the rest of the night. Yeah.
It smell like that heat. That Oregon ground. What property it's green and it's sticky. It's the motherfucker man. One hit and it's on. Let's get a fight for the city. Ain't nobody blunt block you, player. Shit. Come off of that shit.
What you got in the crates, man? What
Well, of
what
course,
vintage P you got? back
That's
there?
a vintage. You can't.
Oh, that's the LL. That's
You
ooh.
know? You know
Yeah.
how I found out about this record when this
That's right.
first dropped. Michael J, East Coast Connection, and Skeeter. Skeeter was playing it. He brought the record down and he played the entire album on Michael J East Coast Connection show. I'm like, ooh, going to House of Sounds.
Yeah, that a lot of the stuff, like the Underground Mind was the one, I think the one you got right behind you, the Just Ice one. Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
that is the one. Oh,
This is a heater right there.
yes.
You know what's the heater on this one?
Oh yeah.
The heater on this one, the Cold Getting Dumb
That's what I
12
said.
inch.
That
The
beat.
12 inch though, not the version on this one, the 12 inch, which I got.
Oh, I figured you had that too.
Man, hey man, Mantronics was nice.
And
That's what's up.
I can't go any longer without acknowledging your nice ass shirt. That is hot. Where'd you get that?
Shit, I don't know. My wife bought it for me.
808.
I've been with her 32 years. She knows my hip hop.
Yeah, she do. She,
Speaking of, you see it, right?
yes. Oh my God. And what's this one?
Who is that one? Let me see it.
Red cover.
The TR-808, buddy, original.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Dude.
That's number
That the
2.
drum machine? Oh,
Man, I can't believe how much those things are worth now.
oh, I'm just getting ready to say I can't find one. That is like,
Oh,
that's like dude, literally, that's like seeing Sasquatch. You know, like, oh shit.
and this, y'all know this one.
That's the TR. Let me see it, cause oh my God. Oh shit, yes. That's the first one.
This, Larry
Oh,
Bell
my
got
God.
me sprung on this
Oh
joint.
my God.
Got me
Man.
sprung on this. Any
That
beat
is
he
the
made
Roland.
with this drum machine, woo!
That is,
Here.
that's, you got started. Dude, you kept all that. See, I kept upgrading, and now I wish I had half the stuff you had. Uh-oh. He walked away, Jay.
What he got? What you got, Pauly Paul? Where you going, man?
This is probably what made Dynamic Sound Machine.
No! Oh!
Sequential.
The sequential circuits, if you remind that bass sound, that first note, which is a C, everybody keeps asking what that first note is sequential circuits, the keyboard. So Larry Bell had the sequential circuits
6 track.
And he was looking for one of those forever. Those were hard to find. Oh my God.
And this was sequential makes they make badass stuff, made badass stuff.
Yeah.
But back to the old school stuff. The hell was his name? He was not a hip hop DJ, but he was one of the DJs, and he was from DLB's era, and I only seen him once live downtown at the Starry Night, where they had Joe Bean held a breaking contest. We was in it. We were our group was called Incredible Force. Me, Prentice, Ben, Prince Wiz was his name.
Ben Stewart.
Ben Stewart, exactly. And I forgot. Jeremy, white dude Jeremy.
I remember Jeremy too.
Yeah, he would pop, and he broke with us.
Right now. Yes.
And was it Kaz? There was a DJ Kaz, I think his name was.
Grandmaster Kaz, big buff dude.
Big old dude.
Yes.
And he had turntables, but he was kind of more of the old school soul disco era DJ.
Yeah.
But he had the equipment, and he had a sequential circuits drum tracks, which was the one before this one. And I fell in love with the sound of that drum machine. And that drum machine and this drum machine are popular right now, making all the new funk.
Yeah, and you can find the package. Like I find the samples of them, but I actually want that drum machine. Man, Paul, it's good talking to you, man, because it's always we trip off of the people we forget, and you just brought up so many people that
I can go on for hours.
Grandmaster Kaz is one. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ben Stewart.
Stewart. Yeah, I was in the mix, man. Y'all were with DLB, but I didn't care where. I'm like, is there somebody's got some turntables over here? I'm on it. We had a dude named actually for Dynamic. We had this dude named Glenn. He was a guitar player. He laid on
that's Glenn Perkins.
Yep, Glenn Perkins. He played rhythm guitar. That's right. He played rhythm guitar on a Dynamic Sound Machine song that me and X did called P.O., and it's all about Portland hip hop. He names everybody at the end of the song, and Glenn's playing rhythm guitar on that track. And that was like 1985, I think we did it.
Goodness.
Crazy.
Man, well,
That's dope.
Man, it's been great talking to you, man. I'm like in tears, man. You just bring back so many memories, man. It's good seeing your face, good seeing you doing well. Wife good, kids good, everybody good?
Yeah, man. My son's 32. He's got his own pool business.
Your son's how old? Wait. It sounded like you said 32.
32, my friend.
Oh, my God.
That's what's up.
32. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I definitely we could make an hour episode of this.
I'm
joint
getting ready to
because
say that too.
I have been interviewed probably 3-4 times by different people that say they're going to make a documentary, and I haven't seen one, but I've been interviewed, and I'm every time I'm done talking, I realize, and I forgot this and I forgot that.
And that's one of the things we're talking about too, because all the people were like yourself, Vitamix last week, Lecture Wiz, even the old stuff. When we did DOB, like every episode, we're just going, oh my goodness, man! Like it's always some little nugget that you guys remember that we may have forgotten, and it's really cool just sitting, like putting our heads together, bro.
It would be fun.
No doubt.
I chatted with, I've always chatted on and off with Versatile. And we always thought it'd be cool to have like a round table or something just to share in a group form, in a group round table form, obviously after this COVID bullshit. But it would be fun because everybody's dying, man. And Portland's hip hop history, to be honest with you, is very rich. Being from it as you two are, and as I was from, and all my friends were from, we really have a rich history because when New York City, I don't have an answer for it. Maybe somebody that's 62 could could answer this for me. But why Portland had such a rich hip hop community and early hip hop, like we started when New York City, we didn't do mid 70s, but man, that second generation when Run DMC and Curtis Blow and all that, like that generation of hip hop smacked Portland, and we had the records. They were arriving in Portland, so all the kids were buying them. You know?
We were just then we had rap contests, so like all the cream started rising to the top. You know, people started getting their game together, all that kind of stuff. And it was early, like 83 on. You know, we were
definitely 83, 82 for sure.
We were actually legit. You know what I'm saying? If we had record labels in Portland, we would be right on par with those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, we would have had records out when Run DMC
I just want to know what Pauly Paul is up to right now and what he has to say to the people back here in Portland.
Well, Pauly Paul right now is trying to get this area that I'm in right now. This is a new home that I'm in right now. So everything's been in boxes for quite some time because we had been renting the house and I had no space for it. And I'm like, man, I'm pulling all my stuff out, man. I still got my ASR 10 up in storage.
Yeah.
I got a DX7. I'm trying to hook all this back up so I can make some old school hip hop. Of course, I got the current Ableton. I use Ableton making my beats.
Yeah, man. I got Machine right here. Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. You know, I still make current beats at the moment. Most of the stuff that I make now, like I have kind of been, because I'm such an electro head, you know, Siberian Nights, Clear, Cybotron, you know, Planet Rock. That sound was so long ago. J-Mac, you know how popular that stuff was back in the day.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's all we was rocking back then.
Yeah, I'm into electronic music, and I realized the whole world is our oyster now. It's not just, the hood and what is made in the inner city. The music has branched out to every neighborhood in the world. If you got Spotify, you can listen to anything old. So I write a lot of electro. I write a lot of funk, 80s funk. Like I'm into, now they call it boogie. And down here in San Diego, boogie, which is Roger Troutman, Zap, they call it boogie now. And the DJs up in Orange County, it is massive. I don't know what's happening up in y'all's scene, but that boogie scene with the talk box, huge down here.
Yes.
I'm talking about old school funk, roller skating, popping, breaking stuff, just crazy. I mean, it's crazy how huge it is. So I'm trying to like dabble in that a little bit because they're pressing vinyl records, 45s and 12 inches up in Orange County.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my stuff on vinyl. I'm trying to release something just to put it on vinyl because I think that's cool, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, love you, Pauly Paul. Man, stay up, be in touch. We'll try to keep the city. I know you've been watching us on the news. We're doing okay up here, man. I know you're probably worried about your city. We're doing all right.
Don't burn my house down up there. Dang it. I need that thing for my son's retirement.
Oh, shit.
Right.
All right,
man. It's mellow out, though, man. I think we're going to be on a better track.
Yes.
Wow,
all right, so this has been The Lost Crates, episode 5, I want to say, with your host, Hakeem, and this brother over here. Say something cool, J-Mac.
Something cool, J-Mac. Peace and love, y'all. Stay up, all right? Good seeing you, Pauly Paul.
Word, man. I love you too, man. I'm glad to see your faces, man.
All right. See you in 2 weeks.
Likewise, man. Love you too, brother.
Thanks, y'all.
Peace.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Once again, back is the incredible